Time for the SmackDown spoilers. I've already read through the notes, and it doesn't sound to be all that great. I'm guessing it was taped the same arena as Raw from last night, because I'm recording this Wednesday. Okay, so it was 2 nights ago then, whatever. Who cares? SmackDown notes, or spoilers, for May 12th, 2016. And again, as always, the notes come courtesy of NoDQ.com. This week's episode of SmackDown kicks off with Dean Ambrose cutting an in-ring promo about Chris Jericho. The lights go out and Jericho appears in the ring and Ambrose is laid out. Jericho pulls out a straitjacket and proceeds to beat on Ambrose but doesn't put him in it. Jericho stands tall as referees separate the two. So again, just trying to push this feud between Jericho and Ambrose. Ambrose needs a win, but I really don't want to see Jericho anymore. Can we just have Ambrose feud with somebody else? Like fucking anybody else? Anyways, Rusev is backstage ranting about what happened on Raw, him getting screwed over by Sin Cara and Kalisto. Yeah, that was great. The two frickin' faces acting like heels stealing a win. So, for some reason, Rusev gets a rematch against Sin Cara, and this time Rusev wins. Renee Young interviews Emma backstage. And that, I guess, segues into Dana Brooke defeating Becky Lynch. We get a replay from Raw of the 6-man match. Or, I guess it's more of like a recap. Backstage segment with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. AJ Styles approaches and promises to take care of Roman Reigns if he interferes in their match against the Usos tonight. Aiden English defeats Kofi Kingston. Because of the Vaudevillains versus New Day feud. Backstage segment with Roman Reigns and the Usos. The Usos beat Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson by disqualification. Doesn't say how. The notes are really kind of bare bones, but whatever. Now is where we get to the stupid part. Backstage segments with R-Truth building a selfie stick out of an actual stick with Tyler Breeze. Didn't they already do this? And Fandango trying to teach Goldust how to dance. They air a Life Lessons segment with Bob Backlund and Darren Young. Oh boy. R-Truth and Tyler Breeze defeat Fandango and Goldust. Another vignette for Primo and Epico, who I guess are now being called the Shining Stars, as that is what they kept saying in their vignettes. It was, "Come to Puerto Rico, the shining star of the Caribbean." Because apparently Puerto Rico is called the shining star of the Caribbean. So yeah, that's what they're being called now. Anyways. Renee Young interviews Ric Flair and Charlotte. Charlotte says what happened on Raw was a travesty. Rick promises Charlotte will retain at Extreme Rules. So, guessing Rick has something up his sleeve. Someone else will interfere on Charlotte's behalf and screw Natalya out of the title. And in the main event, we were told about this during Raw. Cesaro and Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens and The Miz with Maurice ends in a no contest. So yeah, that was fucking stupid. Wait a minute, wasn't Reigns supposed to face Luke Gallows? Yeah, that's what the other thing they said was going to be on SmackDown. Huh. I guess they fucked that up. Oh well. That's the end of the SmackDown spoilers. Your main event ends in a no contest. This is why I don't fucking watch SmackDown, people. It's basically worthless. Apparently, the WWE released the Brooklyn Brawler after 30-some-odd years of him being employed with the company. Triple H has also signed a new deal with the WWE to wrestle. That goes for the next 3 years. Yes, the next 3 years. So he is planning on wrestling through WrestleMania 35 in 2019. Ugh. So that's great. Oh, yes. Vince McMahon announced somewhere that Seth Rollins, John Cena, Randy Orton, and Bray Wyatt are all expected to return to action very soon. We already know Cena is returning on Memorial Day, which is a Monday. That'll be an episode of Raw. Rollins is currently scheduled to return to action in early June and has been filming WWE Studios' thriller Temple. The current plan is for him to return when that wraps. Regarding Wyatt, it was noted that while he will be back in the next 30 days as well, it will be at least a few more weeks before he's expected to actually wrestle. It's believed that after Cena makes his return on the May 30th Memorial Day Raw, the other injured superstars will begin to make their returns over the next several weeks. Of course, Cena has to be first. Bring people back, or bring viewers back is what I mean. Yeah. All these notes, of course, once again came from NoDQ.com. Oh. And I made a joke about this in my Raw video. Jericho's jacket that got ripped up and torn to pieces and cut up and everything, he said costed him $15,000. There's a thing here on NoDQ that says it actually costed him $25,000. However, you can find a replica for $400. And it even provides a link to the website where you can buy it for $400. Some famousmoviejackets.com or some shit. And I actually checked it out. The pictures show the jacket with the lights turned on. Yeah. Yeah. This is some silly shit. Anyways. So that's it for SmackDown spoilers. May 12th, 2016. As I said, it was probably in the same arena that Raw took place in, so Omaha, Nebraska. And again, I didn't catch the name of the arena, so... Anyways, that's your SmackDown spoilers. Thank you for watching. And join us next time for Raw on Monday, which will be in Greensboro, North Carolina, the Greensboro Coliseum. They said that on Raw, so that's why I know it. Anyways, thank you for watching. As I said, join us next time for Raw on Monday, and we will see you then. Good night.